What up, people? It's your boy Woody 222 coming over here sleeveless. I went to the beach yesterday. I got burnt. My brown ass was like, I don't need no sunscreen. It was the first time of the year I went to the beach, so it was some like different level heat yesterday. So we went to the beach and your boy got burnt. No sunscreen. You know, typical brown people, not all of us, but I don't need no sunscreen. I'm brown. Well, that shit was vicious. That was like some Dominican Republic heat yesterday. So every year when me and my wife go to the DR for our vacation, I wear sunscreen because that's just a different kind of heat down there near the equator. And we had that type of shit up here yesterday, which is crazy because, you know, global warming ain't real. We've never had this type of heat up here at all. And it's setting all kinds of records and shit. But it's not real. Let's get off of that though. First off, before I get into the pickups, I do want to apologize to my man Grievance, man. I'm sorry I crossed the line yesterday. It won't happen again, and shit just got out of control, and I said some shit. I had a little bit of anger built up in me, and I let it out on you, bro, and I'm sorry for that. If you're not sub to his channel, go give him a subscribe. His channel name is The Real Grievance, and he does G.I. Joe Classified and G.I. Joe Classified Army Building and a bunch of other stuff, man. He's just into 112. I've met him in the chats and shit, and we've been talking for months and shit. I'm gonna try to put his channel picture right there with the magic of editing, but I don't know if it's gonna work. So if it don't, that's his channel name, The Real Grievance. Give him a subscribe. He's on his way up and he's doing big things. All right, let's get into this pickup. This haul is Hasbro, Walmart, Nerdzoic, and Valaverse. So first, let's get the Valaverse out of the way. It's only two things. I went back up there and I bought, my man Gonzo got me the Bone Collector from DFW, straight from the convention. But then Bobby Vala said he was gonna release it on his website to try to halt the scalping, because some of them shits was going for big money. I know. I saw a bloody one going for $600 on eBay, which is crazy. But hey, to each his own. If you're willing to pay that for a figure you want, I'm all for it. More power to you. But I picked up two fucking more Bone Collectors. I'll open these off camera. I'll let you know if I get a bloody, well, one is staying in the box forever. Not forever, but I'm gonna put it in the back of one of my closets over there full of toys and hopefully forget about it for like 5 or 10 years. Damn, your boy is red. But like it'll, in a couple of days, it'll soak in and it'll be dark brown. Your boy will look like a struck match. And I'm just fucking with you. I don't get that dark, but anyway, like I said, one's gonna go in the closet and be forgotten about for 5 years or whatever, and then I'll go back and open it. This one I'm gonna open. Let's do it right now, actually. Fuck it. Love that noise. We're gonna look together. That's the bottom. I haven't looked at the card yet. My eyes are focused forward on the camera. But you've all seen the Bone Collector. Let's just spin it around and see what we got. Nope, no bloody variant. So, oh well. I don't know if I'm gonna open this yet. I already have one open. I might do another one open. The one I opened, I put the mask on because the mask is fucking fire, of course. I might leave this one with the mask off, but that head sculpt is kind of meh, as the kids say. But anyway, that's my two pickups from Vala. Let's get into Nerdzoic. I mean, it popped up on my screen, notifications or whatever, and said it was back in stock. I already got this figure, but certain figures I just want one on the card because in case something ever happens to mine, I want to be able to replace it. So this popped back in. This is a hard figure to get. It was on Nerdzoic for about 25 minutes before it was sold back out, and so I copped another one. Scarlet Spider. I mean, this is dope figure. See, Shane, it even has the toe flap. Patent pending toe flap. That's what I call it. But just to throw in a closet. More toys, keep it in the closet. But then this was the real thing I wanted from there. I didn't know this existed. but it is a glow-in-the-dark McFarlane Joker from '66 Batman. So I already ripped the plastic off to make it easier. It was covered in plastic, so we'll show it here. I like the box too, man. That's a nice sleeve. But looking at it, I'm just guessing that the hands and the face glow. But this figure has a dope setup, man. It has like a stage, and it has 2 stage lights that you can aim on it to, I guess, always keep it glowing or something. But nope, there's no picture on the back. Not to show you what it looks like, but this picture's dope actually on the back too. But if you know me and you know my channel, you know I collect Jokers from the Batman. So this was just one I didn't have, and kind of added to the collection. And I'll probably post a picture or something on the community page of the stage all set up and shit. I don't want to do it all right now. It'll take too much time. But definitely worth the pickup. I think it was $29.99 or some shit. The shit is fire. He comes with the little noises, boom, pow, ouch, like the old show used to have. I never really watched that show because I was kind of too young for it. I do remember it being on in syndication and shit before, like G.I. Joe and Gummy Bears and all that shit I used to watch when I was a kid. Adventures of Gummy Bears. If you know, you know. That show was fire. But anyway, let's get into Hasbro Pulse. I picked these up because I needed more. I use these for my trouble bubbles to make them look like they're flying, flight stands. So I had to pick up, 3 in a pack, so 12 more. I already had 12. If you can do math, that's a lot of trouble bubbles. But that's not the show fair. Those are just stands. But if you're looking for flight stands, those are the stands you want to get from Hasbro. They're, I think, 15 bucks for 3, so $5 a piece. But they are very versatile, and they have multiple positions. Out of all the flight stands I've seen, these are the ones that I like for figures and for those trouble bubbles. I'm not saying every vehicle can go in there, but you know, figure it out. You can engineer some kind of setup. But these work for me very well for what I'm trying to do. They make the trouble bubbles cocked. You can cock them either way, forward, back. It looks like they're, you know, flying into the sky. They're dope. If you got them, you got them. But if you're looking for good stands for flight, those are the ones you want. They're very dope quality as well too. So, but then from Hasbro, my figures are starting to trickle in. My G.I. Joe classifieds from the newest wave. So I already opened this, put it in a case. But Jinx came in. I got my 3 Jinxes. I got 1 more coming from BBTS, a collector grade. If you know, you know. 2 in the box, and then 1 to rocks. But if there's more than 1 head sculpt, I buy enough to display each head sculpt. So she has 2 head sculpts, in my opinion. I know there's that bandana, the blindfold, but I'm gonna put that on this one, and then I'll have 1 with this. So I'll have 2 versions of her showing. So I don't need the 3 for for me to feel complete. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. But Jinx, dope figure. I'm gonna open it and see what it's about. Hopefully the weapons aren't all bendy. They're getting better and shit, like Lenny said. But that's the 1 in the case, and then I'll have another 1 in the case when I get my collector grade from BBTS. And then I needed, my daughter, my little one, actually pointed this out about my glow-in-the-dark shelf. She's like, you don't have a mole rat on there, and technically they are a glow-in-the-dark figure. They have 2 little glow-in-the-dark pieces on them. The dark energon will glow and coming out of the zombie head, and then the eyes on the gas mask head glow. And then there's a little strip on the lantern, or whatever you call it. I don't know what it is. It looks like a lantern to me, but... So I bought another mole rat just for my glow-in-the-dark shelf up here. I don't really have any representation of G.I. Joe up here, so... And he glows in the dark, so I figured I'd throw it on the shelf. And then I might borrow him for that army building contest. You never know. But now let's get into Walmart. I was on there because somebody online, I can't remember who it is to give the credit to, but I don't know even if the guy I saw was the first guy, but somebody put on there that the night cycles are on sale on Walmart.com for $38. So I went there, bought when I buy 6 of them. A couple for friends, but I'm keeping 4 for myself, and then 2 for friends that needed my assistance. So in securing the package, I should say. But I was on Walmart, and also while I was there was one last Ronin figure I didn't have. I noticed it pop back up, so I got it. Donnie with a bottle cap hat. Now, if you know me, you know the channel, this is the only NECA shit I collect, because I try to stay away from figures that break when you pose them, because I like posing figures. But these get posed one time, and then they just stay on the shelf. I do not touch these NECA Last Ronin figures ever again, unless I may change the pose up once a year or something, but they don't get touched, they don't get played with. They're NECA to me. NECA is sketchy at best, I would say. Not the quality or anything, just they're not made for posing, in my opinion. I've heard other people say this. They're just to look at. That's why everything's so detailed, and the accessories are the best accessories, because they're like mini statues that kind of move to me. But while I was on Walmart looking at that cycle for $38, a night cycle right underneath, and that's a dope price too, $38 for a figure that's worth $25 that we don't have yet. Yeah, it's a repaint and all that shit, but it's still a figure. Still, it's gonna cost $24.99. And a bike. You're getting the bike for fucking $13 or something, which is worth it all day. And I did hear somebody say this in a previous video, like, it should get cheaper the more you reuse something that you've already released. Like that bike should only cost $13 because you've already released it 3 times already. So every time you repaint it, it should get a little cheaper, and I'm all for that, and I agree with that 100%. But they also had these guys on sale with Army Builder for the good guys. There's not many of them, but I was thinking Dragonfly when we get those at Christmas time, and it will be Christmas time, if not early January. Keep that in your head, and keep overgiving your head. Your boy was saying this shit fucking when they came out with the shit was gonna come out around October, Christmas time. In that window, I knew that they weren't gonna have this shit ready for the summer. It's just doesn't make sense. It doesn't follow the evidence that they've left behind on all the other previous HasLabs, not just G.I. Joe, all of them. It's 18 months for this to get done, and they didn't show the electronics because it's the electronics. Let's be real, common sense. I deduced that myself. I'm a detective, Ace Ventura, pet G.I. Joe detective. No, I'm just fucking with you, but it's obviously the electronics. They didn't show any of that work. If that was working, that would be the first thing they showed you, because that's a big feature of the HasLab vehicles. So I'm sure I'd rather have you take your time than burn my fucking house down for me to have a Dragonfly 6 months early. And you probably won't be able to go back and sue them or anything like that, because these companies, they have to cover their ass. I work for a Fortune 500 company, whatever you want to call it. My company is massive. They're in everything all over the world. Where I work is just a little section of what they do. It's all military work, but military work equals big dollars. We all know that. And if you don't, now you know. That's probably the #1 business in America. Military. Don't quote me on that, but I'm just, in my humble opinion, military is big bucks, and anything for the military you can charge an arm and a leg for, that we pay for as taxpayers. So I work there, pay my taxes, and give it right back to them. But I picked this dude up. I picked up 3. I already had 3. I don't want to go crazy with the Army building, but Wolf Spider, 109. This motherfucker is down to $17.40 on Walmart. I don't know if he's still there. This video was a little late. Like I said, I bought this over a week ago. But go give it a check if you want an Army build. Like I said, I thought of Dragonfly. He can be like ground crew for my Dragonfly. He's got 2 different head sculpts. Well, 3, because you can put the helmet on, you got a mask, and then you got the balaclava, whatever you call that. So you can get 3 figures out of each box. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll have 2 of each. So just a quick little Army build to add to the fucking collection. And then your boy, just now, I went to Ollie's, because I talked to the manager, and the lady told me that she was gonna put the rest of this shit out Monday. So I went there. Somebody already fucking ravaged it, but I grabbed what was left. Sorry, there was a lint ball on my Iron Man shelf. I'm just too OCD about dirt and lint and all that shit. But I went back today like she told me to. She said she's gonna put it all out Monday. So I stopped by there. Probably, what time is it now? 10:04. I went by there at like 3 o'clock. She told me to come by at like 2 o'clock. I went by at like 3. Like I said, I didn't go to work today because I couldn't put a fucking shirt on. Hopefully tomorrow's better. If not, I'll be home tomorrow too. But I went by there. She put some new stuff out, so I bought one of these. These are starting to show up there. This is all the shit that's on outlet, on clearance, on Pulse is starting to show up there too. They're keeping some for themselves, I would assume, to sell. And then this shit is going to, the rest of the surplus is going to Ollie's. But $10, I figured fodder. I don't know. It's going to go in the closet and I'll just use it one day because I'm getting into this fodder. I made a Desert Strike team, but all I do is switch heads, man. I'm not even arms, legs, boots. I ain't doing none of that right now. I'm starting slow, and I always like to know a lot before I just dive into things. So I'd rather study, see what people doing, how they do it and shit before I just start ripping figures apart that I paid hard-earned money for. But I went back for these owl bears. When I went there the other day in my last video, I bought 2 of each. She's like, oh, there's 7 cases in the back. I'm gonna put them out Monday. I said, all right, I might be back for some more. And over the weekend, I decided, you know what? I want to kind of make a little army of these. They're dope figures. They're heavy. The quality is just beautiful. And like he said on Tony said on his stream last night, man, for $10, this is a quality figure. I don't know how much these were in the beginning. $49.99 seems about right to me. But for fucking 85% off, I will take these all day. So I went and bought more. 1 white one. 2 white ones. 3 white ones. I'm just gonna make a wall in front of me. 4 white ones. And then that was my second favorite. There's only 2 obviously, and then I bought 2 more brown ones. That's all they had left. So, let me turn this around before I get sued from fucking Hasbro. Oh, let me turn this around before I get sued by fucking Ollie's. Oh, let me turn this around before I get fucking sued by that. There we go. I just want to say, go to your Ollie's, check them out. They don't have anything other than the owl bears and the couple Spider-Man figures. They had the Doctor Doom 2-pack. That's all gone. None of the other 2-packs were there yet, so I don't know if they didn't get them yet. It's Rhode Island. We get the shit last, man. But before I go, get out of here, the funny story about the beach. So me and my wife, we live all the way at one Rhode Island small, 60 by 40 miles. Not square feet, 40 miles wide, 60 miles tall. So me and my wife live all the way down here, right on the border of Massachusetts. The beaches that we go to is way up here in this corner of the state. So from our house to the beach, 55 minutes. That's with no traffic and shit. And yesterday was traffic, so it took us like an hour and a half to get there. But about an hour away. You can travel this whole state in an hour. Pardon me. But so we go to the beach, and we're coming out of the water the first time because, we go in the water, we go tan a little bit, we come out the water, then we go back in to cool down, back and forth, eat, do all that shit. Normal beach going shit. But anyway, you're coming out the water, and boom, who do I see? My neighbor. Not like somebody that live on my street, my literal next door neighbor. And she's like, hey guys, how are you? Or funny seeing you here. And we have a saying in Rhode Island, like, this is the smallest state. It's the size of a fucking city. And it's a state. So it's a very small state. You could go, every time you go somewhere, you think you're not gonna know somebody, you're gonna know somebody. It's a state, but it has a small town feel, I guess you can say. So it was just funny. It was a crazy story. We're coming out of the water, and I'm doing my Baywatch, shaking my head. I'm just fucking, but kidding. But so our neighbor that literally lived right next door, not like 5 houses down, next door is coming out of she's coming into the water as we're coming out, and just a crazy story, man. I just wanted to share that. It's just how small this state is and shit. I thought it was funny. Me and my wife started giggling about it like 2 schoolgirls when we got back to the blanket and chairs and shit. So, but on that note, Yo Joe, something to that effect. 420 contest. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you come across this channel and you haven't done any of that yet, it would be much appreciated. the 420 contest is I'm going to give some toys away when I hit 420 subs. Last time I checked, I think I was at 267 or something. That was a couple days ago. I mean, I don't really stress that because I'm going to just do what I want to do and put it out there. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I respect that too. But my next video is probably going to be I foughted some, not fathered, foughted. I foughted, not fought. F-A-W-D, fodder, F-O-D-D-E-R. I foddered some figures. You've been watching my channel, you know, that Hasbro Power 35 sale, I went crazy, not crazy, but they had the Snake Eyes Desert Commando. So I in my head at that moment, I thought of making like a desert strike team to kind of combat the Hiss fire team, because all the pictures, they were in the desert, if you notice, on the fire team and the Hiss tank and all that shit. So I bought a bunch of Snake Eyes fucking bucks. They were down to like $15 or whatever the fuck that sale had them at. The 35% off, 15 and change. So I bought like 4 of them, and then I had some Dusties. So I made a little Desert Strike team, and I'm gonna kind of showcase that in my next video. So stay tuned. Like I said, Yo Joe, something to that effect. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta take my elevator. Peace.